Hi everyone, are you ready for some music? So today I've got a Colourstrings class for you. So I've got my Colourstrings t-shirt on. This is an example of the baby class, which is for 3 to 12 months. So up until walking, basically, most children walk around a year. So I'm guessing that the children we're doing this class for won't be moving around. So we're going to do a lot of the activities just on the baby. I've got my little baby here to show you what to do or give some suggestions, but obviously the difference between a 3-month-old and a 12-month-old is really big. So if you need to adapt anything, I'll always make suggestions of how to do that. So if you want to grab some, if you've got a little one that you want to try out the session with, I'll show you what I'm going to use in the session so that you could get a few things out to use now. But obviously in the class, I will bring everything with me. So we're going to use tambourines if you've got anything like that, or you could just get an upside down box, empty box, tap on that instead. We're going to use bells. In the class, I use 2 different kinds of bells. These ones that can wrap around the ankle or the wrist, or these ones. But if you've got any bells, those are the ones to grab. I think those are the only instruments we're going to use today. And I've got lots of puppets and things here to show you in a bit, so we'll get started. The class is always in the same sort of format as the other classes are, so we always start with some music, tapping to the beat, and again I use different kinds of different types of music, so classical, world music, some pop music, and all sorts. So we're basically trying to feel the heartbeat of the music, and we're going to touch different parts of the baby's body, and as they get older they might want to join in, they might want to start clapping and copying the actions, but obviously when they're small they're not going to do that, so we're just going to sort of make them aware of different parts of the body. Okay, so let's just get the music on. Here we go. Take that down. Brilliant. So that was lively to get us going, wasn't it? Then we do our welcome song. Now, with the babies, we'll bounce them on our knees. So we do the same welcome song with each song, but do something different with it, each group. Welcome everyone, it's time to come and sing. Welcome everyone, round and round the ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Welcome everyone, it's time to come and sing. Now, what I should have said before was, if as an adult, you can join in as much as you can. Sing as soon as you think you've got the hang of the tune, even if it's just a few words. Because the more you sing, the more they will want to sing. They're going to copy what you do. So if you can join in as much as you can, that would be great. And they love to hear you sing. And obviously, if they're sitting on your knee, they can feel the vibration of you singing and you joining in. So the more you do, the more they get out of the class. So then we'll sing hello to everybody. I'm going to use Jack today. I have all sorts of different puppets. So I'll usually go around the class and we'll sing hello to everybody individually. So, hello everyone. And then the parent would sing back, hello Erin, or hello Jack. This is my Jack in the Box. So they get used to, as they get older, that the idea is that they sing back. Obviously they can't at the moment, so the parent will sing back for them until they're big enough to join in. So all this preparatory work for things to progress as they get older. So our first thing is a little rhyme, which we're going to do with our hands. So as they're small, if you put your hands underneath theirs, they can still see what you're doing, and you might find that they will just join in. It's the same with clapping. If their hands are on top of yours, you might find they just join in. So try and put their hands on top of yours most of the time. So open them, shut them, open them, shut them. Give a little clap. Open them, shut them. Open them, shut them. Put them in your lap. Open them, shut them. Open them, shut them. Give a little shake. Open them, shut them. Open them, shut them. Keep them wide awake. Now we're going to do it with our arms. So we'll hold our arms open. Open them, shut them. Open them, shut them. Don't get in a muddle. Open them, shut them. Open them, shut them. Give yourself a cuddle. Because cuddles are great, aren't they? So let's just do our hands one more time. Open them, shut them. Open them, shut them. Give a little clap. Open them, shut them. Open them, shut them. Put them in your lap. Brilliant. Now, we usually sit on the floor on mats for the little ones groups. So we'd have lots of space between us. We'll sit around the side of the mat. And so we'd roll the ball. Now, obviously, when they're little, they're not going to be able to roll it themselves. But if they're sitting in front of you, and especially this is a nice bright coloured ball, they'll watch the ball going forwards and backwards, whether it's coming to them or to somebody else. So this is helping their tracking, helping their eyes, just following the ball. So I'll roll it to the adult and they'll roll it back. So roll the ball to Stevie, roll it back to me. Roll the ball to Ellie, roll it back to me. Roll the ball to Aiden, roll it back to me. That type of thing. So they're following the ball with their eyes, and you'll find out quite early that they'll actually start reaching for it. Obviously, they're sitting next to you so that they can't fall over between your legs. Okay, lovely. Right, so this one, the next one, they're going to be on their backs like this. I'll see if I can tip the camera down so you can see a bit better. Okay, right. So we're going to rock them side to side. What shall we do with a lazy baby? What shall we do with a lazy baby? What shall we do with a lazy baby early in the morning? Heave-ho and up she rises, heave-ho and up she rises, heave-ho and up she rises early in the morning. Roll them on the bed and tickle them all over. Roll them on the bed and tickle them all over. Roll them on the bed and tickle them all over early in the morning. Heave-ho and up she rises. Heave-ho and up she rises. Heave-ho and up she rises early in the morning. Let's do the rolling again. What shall we do with a lazy baby? What shall we do with a lazy baby? What shall we do with a lazy baby early in the morning? Heave-ho and up he rises, heave-ho and up he rises, heave-ho and up he rises early in the morning. Roll them on the bed and tickle them all over. Roll them on the bed and tickle them all over. Roll them on the bed and tickle them all over early in the morning. Heave-ho and up she rises, heave-ho and up she rises, heave-ho and up she rises early in the morning. Obviously, all the things that we do, if you've got a really little one, just make sure you support their head when you lift them up. And obviously, the later, so you might want to hold them like this to do the lifting. The bigger they get, the less you'll need to support their head, and you can always adapt it. You can always just lift them up like this if you don't want to put them in the air. So feel free to adapt all the songs. Great. So we're going to do this little piggy. So if you've got your toes out, that might be good to do it with the toes, or you can do it on the fingers. This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed at home. This little piggy had roast beef, and this little piggy had none. And this little piggy went wee, 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 all the way home. So it's about having some quality time, the two of you together, and and the company of doing it as a group. So one more time, should we do it with the foot? This little piggy went to market. This little piggy stayed at home. This little piggy had roast beef, and this little piggy had none. And this little piggy went wee, 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 all the way home. And we'll just see how they're feeling, how many times we do things. You have to go with the flow with little ones, don't you? Right, so we're going to sit up for the next one. And they might like to be on their feet. A lot of babies do, so we're going to hold them on their feet this time. And we're going to do one of our main Colourstrings songs. So there's always at least 3 of songs that have pictures on the cards. You can see we've got some solfa down the side. These are the main Colourstrings songs, which come from these books here, the La book and the Do book and the pentatonic book. So these are so that you can do some of the singing at home. There's our frog song. So it's got lovely pictures on one side. We've got the words and the music on the other. If you read music, or you might just like to learn the words. There's also CDs that come. You can get each book on a CD, which is a story tape, a story CD that you can either just listen to at bedtime or just have on in the background during the day. It's a lovely story, and it includes all the songs that are in the book to help you learn the words, because the only ones that I'm really keen that they are encouraged to sing are the Colourstrings ones, because they're introduced by progression. So the first ones in the book have only got 2 notes and then 3 notes, and it builds up, and they're chosen because they're the easiest to sing, because actually a lot of our nursery rhymes aren't that easy to sing. The tunes are a bit difficult, so that's why we do them like that. And all the preschool classes, they learn songs out of all 3 books, and then when you get into the older class, the 4 to 7s, we stick with one book, and we do some musical notation and look at the musical content of it in more detail. So in the babies' classes, the little ones' classes, we're just learning about things like pulse and fast and slow and high and low, just in general terms, and we're not going to necessarily give a label to it. So anyway, enough of that. On our feet, we're going to do On My Stone. On my stone, all alone, someone's friend I long to be. Little fish, how I wish you would come and play with me. Now we do it a few more times, but I'll leave it there for now. Right, so our next one is about different body parts. We're going to do a sailor went to sea, and we're going to tap next to the eyes, and then we're going to make it silly and do different body parts. A sailor went to sea, to see what he could see, and all that he could see was the bottom of the deep blue sea. So should we do knees? A sailor went to knees, to see what he could knees, and all that he could knees was the bottom of the deep blue knees. Feet. A sailor went to feet, feet, feet to see what he could feet, 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 and all that he could feet, feet, feet was the bottom of the deep blue feet, feet, feet. What about ears? Should we find out ears? A sailor went to ears, ears, ears to see what he could ears, 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 and all that he could ears, ears, ears was the bottom of the deep blue ears, ears, ears. Should we do chin? A sailor went to chin, chin, chin to see what he could chin, 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 and all that he could chin, chin, chin was the bottom of the deep blue chin, chin, chin. Fantastic. Now we're going to do some shaking now. So we're going to use our bells. And I've got my puppet, Shaky the snake, who likes to shake. So he's going to do some shaking. So if you've got some bells or something you can shake with. Shaky the snake, he loves to shake. Shaky the snake, he loves to shake. Shaky the snake, he loves to shake. He loves to shake all day. So I always give the adult a shaker or an instrument and the child one, so that they can, even if they're just holding it and exploring it, then you can use the other one to show them what to do. And again, if you put your hand underneath, you might find that they just start lifting it up and joining in. Shaky the snake, he loves to shake. Shaky the snake, he loves to shake. Shaky the snake, he loves to shake. He loves to shake all day. And again, we do it as many times as they feel keen to do it, and move on if they've lost interest. Very good. Right, our next one is a snail one. So I've got my snail here. So if you can make your hand into a snail, and we're going to creep it down them like this. And then the second bit, so that's the slow bit. And the second bit is the fast bit when you're going to be the mouse, and it's a tickly song like this. Okay, so if you make your snail and creep it along them. Slowly, slowly, very slowly creeps the garden snail. Slowly, slowly, very slowly up the garden rail. Quickly, quickly, very quickly runs the little mouse. Quickly, quickly, very quickly all around the house. Now, some babies prefer to sit like this so they can see me, who's speaking, and see everybody else. Some babies prefer to just to see you, so that you can either lie them on your knee or sit them if they're a bit bigger. So let's try it this way around this time. Slowly, slowly, very slowly creeps the garden snail. Slowly, slowly, very slowly up the garden rail. Quickly, quickly, very quickly runs the little mouse. Quickly, quickly, very quickly all around the house. Very good. Right. Now our next one is the Jack in the Box. So we're going to do, so we've been sitting down for quite a long time now. So we're going to do a block of a few which are moving around. So I'm just going to move the camera back and we're going to do our Jack in the Box one. Okay. So I might show them the Jack in the Box, but obviously I've got to show you what to do. So we're going to crouch down so that we can lift them up. And if you feel happy to let go of them, if you've done that before, if they're bigger, obviously with little ones that still need a bit of head support, just lift them up. But the bigger ones like to jump in the air. That's often a thing that their dads like to do. Jack in the Box jumps up like this. He makes me laugh as he wiggles his head. Gently I press him down again. But Jack in the Box jumps up instead. And they love the jumping in the air. Jack in the Box jumps up like this. He makes me laugh as he wiggles his head. Gently I press him down again. But Jack in the Box jumps up instead. Yay! Very good. So we probably do that a few times again. Now, We're going to do Harry Hare now. So Harry Hare is one of our Colourstrings songs. So he's late for his tea, so he's running. Here's our little Harry Hare. So we're going to go fast. Now, whenever we're moving around, we want them to feel the vibrations of our movement. So if it's a slow piece, we're going to jig, but obviously this one is a fast one, so we're just going to run. So we're just going to hold them tight so they can feel the vibration of us running. Okay? Harry Hare is in a hurry, full of care and full of worry. Harry Hare is late for tea. What a naughty hare is he? And every piece we practice stopping at the end. So if we're shaking or we're moving or we're doing actions, when we get to the end, we'll practice stopping and freezing, because that's a really good thing. So with a baby's class like this, they're learning by feeling from you that at the end of a piece, when the music stops, we stop, just like you do in musical statues. Harry Hare is in a hurry, full of care and full of worry. Harry Hare is late for tea. What a naughty hare is he? And they like the difference between the moving and the stopping. And they quite often laugh at the end when we stop. So let's do one last time. Harry Hare is in a hurry, full of care and full of worry. Harry Hare is late for tea. What a naughty hare is he? Brilliant. Now we're going to do our dance. So this one changes speed. So with the slow bit, we're going to go into the middle, 3 for 4, and then out. So they get to see each other. So again, it depends what your baby likes, whether they like to be forward so they can properly see everybody like this, or whether they just want to be next to you because they maybe don't feel so secure. So whichever way around you fancy. And then when we get to the slow bit, we're going to do some marching and see if we can really feel the beat of the marching. Okay, so let me just switch the CD over. There we go. Here's the slow bit. So we're going to march round in a circle now. Let's turn around and go the other way. Get ready for it. Now we're going back into the middle. They like seeing the other babies. Saying hello. Gets them used to each other. It's a nice social thing. It slows down again and we go back into the marching. So there's a couple of verses of that one. Good. Right. So we're going to sit back down again. So that's our 3 movement ones. And then we'll sit down. Right. So the next one we're going to do, sometimes I ask the adults to do something that is really for the children to listen to. And obviously the smaller they are, the happier they are to just sit and listen. So we'll have been working on this one. It's a very simple tune, but then to do it as a round, a bit like you might do with Frère Jacques. So it goes like this. But we can still tap their knees, or we can bounce them while we sing. Bells in the steeple so loudly they ring. This is a holiday, ding-a-ding-ding. And once we've sung it through a few times, we might practice. So I will be the second part and they will start. There's usually somebody an adult in the group who's more musical, who can take the lead, and we do it in 2 halves. So I do it as a canon. Let's just sing that one more time. Bells in the steeple so loudly they ring. This is a holiday, ding-a-ding-ding. So I really want to encourage the parents to get singing a bit more at home. That's great. Right, time for some tambourines. So there's all sorts of different shapes of tambourines. This is the one I've got today. So again, if you put your arms underneath theirs, and so they can, let me take that forward a bit, so that they can feel the beat of the tambourine through my hand like this. You might find they just take their hand off and they do it themselves. So it's definitely a together activity, but even so, they're still feeling the vibration through their knee as well, because I've got my hand on her knee. Right. Lazy snail, don't sleep all day. Lazy snail, come out to play. And that's our practice in stopping. Lazy snail, don't sleep all day. Lazy snail, come out to play. And sometimes I might have a different drum, so I can bang the drum at the end of the song so they notice that that's the end, that's the stop. So we'll see how that one goes. Now, the next one is in this book. So I use, there's all the normal Colourstrings material. I also use this book a lot, which is just a nursery rhyme book by Kingfisher. So that's nursery rhymes that you'll know, but it gives you lots of suggestions on how to use them and make them into action songs and things like this. I use this book a lot, which has got lots of poems in. So today's one, it's about the sloth. Now, I normally have them printed out and I've forgotten to bring my printed one. There he is. There's the sloth hanging from the tree. So we could maybe do this one standing up and rock. If we hold them like this, so we're supporting their head, so they feel like a sloth hanging upside down from the tree. Okay, so if you've got a little one with you, why don't you do that? You could stand up, but I'm just going to hold the book so I can see the words. When moving slow he has no peer, you ask him something in his ear, he thinks about it for a year. And then before he says a word, they're upside down and like a bird, he will assume that you have heard. A most exasperating lug, but should you call his manner smug, he'll sigh and give his tree a hug. Then off again to sleep he goes, still swinging gently by his toes, and you just know he knows. So I've set some music to that poem from this book. But even if it didn't have a tune, the rhythm of poems is really, really good. So you're discovering the beat of it. That's great for rhyming words. And when they have verses, it's another way of practicing stopping at the end of each verse. So go and stop at the end of each verse. So there we go. So that's from the amazing book of animal poems. Right, so we're nearly there, nearly at the end. The next one we're going to do is Susie Snail. Now at the beginning, there's Susie Snail. It's a little bit confusing, this picture, because it has slugs in the picture as well. But this one is about a snail. So obviously she's very slow at the beginning and she keeps being late for school. So she gets a scooter and obviously can go faster. So the first half of the song is very slow. And then when she gets her scooter, it's fast. So we're going to practice doing that. And so they can either you can either bounce the teddy on their knee, or you can lie them down like this. So you can bounce it on their tummy. Okay, because we're getting ready to wind down to the end of the class now. So it's up to you if you want to go for lying down already. So we're going to go slowly first, and going slow is quite hard. So we go nice and big for the slow movements. Slow coach Susie, late for school each day, till she bought a scooter bright and gay. Now she whizzes by as the others cry, wait for us, please, speedy Susie Snail. Yeah, very good. Slow coach Susie, late for school each day, till she bought a scooter bright and gay. Now she whizzes by as the others cry, wait for us, please, speedy Susie Snail. So they like the difference between, they can feel the difference there between the fast and the slow and the stop. Yeah, that's the main thing we're after. Lovely. Now, we always use teddies at the end, so you can give them a cuddle. This is cuddle time, but they can give the teddies a cuddle, and the older they get, the more they want to do the cuddling, as well as you cuddling them. Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. Lazy kitty, pretty kitty, purr, purr, purr. Oh, so we do that a few times till they're nice and settled. And then we always finish off listening to some quiet music. So we usually lie down on the mats and have a cuddle on the mats. But obviously I'm just going to stay here so you can see me. Okay, let me just swap the music over. So ready for a sleep. So we probably just listen for about a minute, but if they're really comfortable and happy, then we might listen a bit longer. So developing their listening skills is great, and having music on in the background, maybe some classical music while they're having a nap or just while they're playing. It's lovely. It's amazing the difference that it makes, the things they pick up that are just on in the background. So I would encourage you to do that. Any type of music, really. Good. So we've done our listening. So it's time to do our goodbye song. So we're going to wave. Again, our hands are on top of mine so that she'll start to wave as she gets a bit bigger. Goodbye now, our lesson must end. Goodbye now, wave bye to our friends. And again, we use the puppets to sing goodbye to each child individually. Bye bye everyone, bye bye snake. Oh. Right, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you want to know any more, you can email me at erinjamesmusic08@gmail.com. And my classes are currently at Coffin Village Hall in Birmingham, but there's going to be some new ones started elsewhere very soon. So let me know if you want some more information about that. I hope you've enjoyed it today, and I hope to see you again. Take care. Bye.